Hey guys, this is a different ship. This is probably the second ship that I've shown you guys that I did not steal. This ship is from a quest line. I'm not going to say what quest line it is, but I will go ahead and say that in this universe they have their own Batman. And this is kind of like, this is Batman's ship in this game. So this ship is called the Razorleaf. And we'll go ahead and walk around the Razorleaf now. Like I said, this thing is kind of like the Batmobile, so people when you go into space, they notice it, they take notice of it. On the top you have your missile launchers, your shield, here's a weapon, and then there's a weapon right there it looks like. We have our landing bay thrusters. We have these things which are super awesome looking. And these are also landing bay thrusters. And we have our engines. This thing has 4 engines. We'll check them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a green, silver, and yellow type color scheme. I guess to look like, kind of like a leafy green color scheme. Let's go inside of it. Alright, we are in the docking bay. We've seen it before, it's pretty standard. So you come in, you have a TV here, and you have your... Is this a docking bay on the bottom? Docking bridge access hatch. Yeah, so that's weird. I think this is the first one we've seen on the bottom. We've seen them in the front, we've seen them on the top, we've seen them on the sides. You have a locker and restroom. You have a little companion area, the navigation console. I think I went over the navigation console and how it worked in the video with the weight. So here is our cockpit. Here is your captain's locker. So jump seats, that makes this a Deimos starship. Your cargo hold. So we'll go ahead and get to the second floor. Nothing up here. Nothing back here. So this is a cool area. You have storage crates, mass of 150, so you can store 150 weight in these boxes. You also have these cases here. This is a pack holder, helmet display. You have your ammo and guns. So that's nice. Doesn't this close? Yeah. So if you hold the X button, it closes on these ones to close the glass. It looks like they were super into energy weapons because Arboron does the energy weapons, which is Nova Blast Disruptor. The Breach is probably one of my favorite shotguns in the game. The Breach comes out, it tells you what type of ammo that you're using, 15 by 25, 7 shots. It's pretty nice. But that looks like this is the area for the ship. For some reason I thought it had a holding cell in it, but it doesn't. So we'll go ahead and leave. Here's the entrance to your captain's chair. Alright, so let's take our ship apart.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities? Sure, have it.
So, I'm not sure if this is a quest ship, if it has any unique parts. If it does, we'll stop and look at them. We have our CE-09 missile launcher. The basic missile launcher is 50 by 50. This is 38 by 38. So we know that it's not as good. Shield generator is a 10% at 390, but it has the same health as the raccoon, so we know it's pretty basic too. The DS20.2 is their second tier cockpit for this style, which means that it holds a little bit more cargo, but it also has a little bit more max power. So it's saying that there's a max crew of 2, which means you can have 1 companion and 2 crew members in your ship. Your X100 reactor only gives 20 power, so it's really not a good reactor at all. Shield damage is 10 for the lasers, which is very standard. We have our landing gear. It is a Tayo Astroneering Pinpoint 3G landing gear. And the landing gear actually looks really good. You have your Deimos captain quarters. This was actually on the bottom. So that was your TV and your navigation section. You have your Deimos landing gears. And we know that Hope Tech makes a more fleshed out, better version of this. So you have your White Dwarf engines. We'll add these engines together when we count them because there's 2 on each side. So you have your 18,000 by 5,000, and with the amount of energy that this takes, 3 power and then 2 power, it would be better off getting a 4 power with both of these stats than having 5 powers in each, because you can only have 12 power in engine, and honestly we could add 1 in the middle. It just takes away from maneuverability and speed. You have your Stroud engine bracer. This is what allows you to put the engine farther away from the container to make it more fleshed out. You have your cowling 4, and you can flip it and it could be cowling aft, so it could be a cowling for the front or the back. Slim Docker bottom. This is unique to this ship. Like I said, this is our first bottom Docker. So that's what it's called, the Slim Docker bottom by Deimos. We have a disruptor beam cannon. It does 8 and 8. So there are no ballistic guns on your ship. You just have multiple types of laser. And these are our Horizon weapon mounts. Our HE3 tank, which is a 100, so you can make long distance jumps with this thing. There are a couple systems that can't be reached with it without doing an upgrade, but you can upgrade any of these ships. Max power 9, we've seen that before. The Deimos armor. So this is the exact same one that's in the weight for where you store like your helmets and things like that. So that's cool. Your cargo only a 160, and your landing bay 200. So this is the Razorleaf taken apart. Let's put it back together. We'll do a quick spin of the Razorleaf, so you can see what it looks like. And like I said, this is a quest ship, and it's an early quest ship, so we really don't expect it to be super amazing, but it is like the Batman of this game, so we did expect it to be better than this. Maybe the level scale on some of these weapons, and I got it at an earlier level, but it can be upgraded, and when people see you in space, they really do notice this ship. So it's really cool to have it. But that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.